you'll never get a piece from me that's not comfortable. No, and that can sometimes be quite hard when you're selecting furniture-based places that are down in Melbourne that have 80% of the range here, and within that 20 you would like one of the pieces that's not available, you know, in the Brisbane showroom. So it'd be very rarely that I would select that. My client has to usually come with me and sit in it, or I'll, you know, have to take the decision and, you know, literally sit in it myself and then go from there. So, you know, that's, you know, the pieces are important, but comfort as well. The furniture had to have elements of fabrics that would sort of tonally work with the contemporary style of interior. So I hopefully achieve the balance of the traditional and the new as far as the long-term goal would be. So yeah, I think that's where we had to be. We had to sort of think of the future with the furniture being in a modern apartment, but both her and her husband definitely love their old. So, you know, so that has, you know, was a strong element as well. Love to create, you know, grandma's rocking chair in a modern fabric, or actually just, you know, just a fabric that sort of brings it to life. So I find that a challenge, and I think I find that more interesting as far as my job goes. Yeah.
If you had to give someone advice on how to inject a little bit of this same luxury into their own house, what would it be?
I think it's a key point is through key focal pieces. Large Queenslanders, small apartments, lighting is so important. You know, I very rarely at home would have my overhead lights on. It'll be a lamp or a floor lamp. So I don't think there's no rule of thumb. But when I was studying, it was well known that lighting was one of the last things that people think about, and sometimes their budget runs out. But to me, it's one of the most important. It really is quite important. You know, like beautiful lamps, you know, just add that, you know, they just make the room, really. So I love twisting an old-fashioned lamp with a modern situation, or vice versa. And I follow that through with most of my design. Yeah.
Was there a particular feature or inclusion that was time-consuming and a bit difficult to approach?
When I first met Fiona and her husband, there were just little elements, just, you know, getting that relationship, you know, up and running. And her husband's very particular about detail and things with, you know, he's a tall man, so when we're doing the kitchen, the only thing I found would have been just getting the ergonomics of the bench seating and stuff like that for the kitchen.
If you had to pick one thing in the home that's your favourite, what would it be?
I actually love these wingback chairs. They've been overly scaled, you know, so they're custom through white furniture, which is through Boyd Blue. I don't know if we can, you know, promote product, but basically I love them, and they use them quite a lot. You know, they read here. I think they frame the fireplace beautifully. The fabrics, I think, are beautiful. And yeah, they would be one of my favourite pieces. Yeah, I wanted to, you know, sort of lighten it up as much as we could with a homestead with large, deep verandas.